Well, I'm outside right now. Another reason why I'm using a monologue is I talk better when I walk, so that's not going to be great for teaching. But I can actually show and all the stuff. That's why I'm going to end up using an electric monologue to read a script that I've pre-written for what I'm teaching. But the things I'm going to cover right now. We're going to do in-game animating. We're going to do all the things that people don't teach you for developing a game. We're going to do shaders. Some people teach you shaders, but we're also going to be teaching like waterborne seed. There's some people that teach that already too. But what I'm doing is I'm open sourcing it all, everything that I'm teaching. There are other ways to do things too. There are faster ways to do it, as well as saving memory, which is going to be big in this world that we have with these AAA and indie competitors. They sell these 60, 100, 300 gigabyte games. We're not doing that. But what we are doing is making a high quality game for less gigabytes. There's a lot of FBX animating, and that is the modern way that games are being built. They're not being coded, they're being animated and packaged together. We're going to be doing a lot of coding, and we're going to save up on the coding. We're going to be making it repetitive. We're going to make it cost effective and time effective. That is going to be the point of this series, this video series. Again, it's going to be monologued with a Microsoft Edge voice, because when I get repetitive, I do get boring, and I'm going to keep it as exciting as possible. It's going to be open source, no fucking ads. All the techniques for building a game. We're going to build 2, 3, 4 scenes. But starting with the first 3 scenes, the first scene is going to be middle-aged, the next scene is going to be sci-fi, the third scene is going to be space. We're also going to have an ocean scene. We're talking about water physics all the way down to the landscape, and then we're also talking about in-game animating. I'm going to also give away an animation template so that if you build skeletons certain ways, or even the original way that the Blender skeleton comes out with, the original Blender skeleton, Rigify or whatever, I'm also going to be giving away this coded template too, so that you can do in-game coding really easy. It's not going to be a problem. All your characters are going to have the same template, and you can have an infinite amount of animations that don't take up all the animations that FBX animations take up. This is going to be relatively important for developing your games. We're going to have flag waving. We're going to have sheets, like being able to rip off sheets and blankets and stuff, being able to do physical things, more interactive things within the game, lifting up furniture, moving furniture physics. Like, we're talking about some real in-game stuff here. We can talk about wall breaking, mirror breaking, window breaking stuff. And we're talking about rotation, elevator physics, basics, and the complicated. We're talking about utilizing the camera and water shaders to get the proper depth. Like, everything you need, and we're going to pack it in to this series. I have actually started coding my own engine, but I pulled away from that. I am coding a game right now, but I'm pulling away from it temporarily before publishing my book and coding the game for it, to do this series, to teach about this series. Again, it's not going to be monetized. So I'm not going to make a single penny off of this. It's just because the AI people who make the AI games and iClone with Unreal being $7,000 fucking dollars and World Editor being like $300 fucking dollars and all these places costing infinite amount of money. We're just going to put a big middle finger to the cost to our creators and just make it all fucking free so that you can create without the anxiety of all the competition that's out there, because I'm going to make template after template after template for you so that you can succeed in this competitive fucking world that seems impassable with all their fucking technology, and you don't feel like you're a guy with a rock in the Middle Ages and all these motherfuckers are out here with UFOs. Sorry. That was passionate. I apologize in advance if there's anybody under the age of 12, or people with parents under the age of 12. I will not cuss in my monologues. This is why I'm doing this. It's a frustrating thing. If you're wondering, like, how are you going to make a living? It's because I'm getting my accounting degree. I'm going to make a living with accounting, but I'm also going to make a living developing games. I'm also making a living publishing books. But I want other people to develop games that want to develop games. I want other people to be rewarded for their creativity and be rewarded for their talents. We are robbing people of their talents with AI. We're just giving it away to people who have barely any idea what talent fucking means. And we're robbing people of their talents. We should reward the people. I mean, yes, granted, they're born, some of them, with their talents, but there's a lot of hard work that goes into doing this stuff. So, we're going to discuss techniques for problem solving. It's going to be like playing chess. I mean, you learn some techniques and then you get really good at it. And we're going to tackle these problems 100% for free. All the problems that I can imagine that you'll run into as a dev. Like, how do you space travel? How do you make a wormhole? How do you produce magic? What kind of particle physics makes magic? And then we're also going to be talking about interacting. Like, well, I want my character to grab and open the door and press the elevator button physically. I don't just want the button to just light up. Like, all the things that stop a dev in their tracks when they're building a game, because a lot of devs are actually just unfairly perfectionists. I was also. So we're going to actually talk about all that stuff. We're going to talk about trampoline physics. So if you're jumping on a trampoline, the character's feet imprints will be at the bottom of that trampoline and go up and down. A lot of things you don't need. Some things you do want to have in your toolkit. It's all open sourced. Not a dime I need. If you're going to give me credit in the credits. If you're going to give me credit in the README file. But if you don't give me credit, just give me credit in the README file. Just put my name in there, in the README file, Joshua Lester Blackman. And that's it. That's all I need. And that's just so you don't go and sue somebody else for learning all the techniques that I mean, don't do that. Don't learn all the stuff that I'm teaching and sue somebody else, because I'm not suing you. It's open source, never taking it back. You can have it. Plant physics, all of it. Like, we're going to talk about animating plants. Character walks across the plant bends perfectly. We're going to talk about landscape physics. We're going to have to build our own landscape if we do that. Talk about punching the landscape and leaving an indent. Talk about using a dozer, leaving an indent. Talk about meteor hits the landscape, landscape leaves like an indent. Like there's going to be other things we can do with it, like crater physics, like particle physics with dust, shaders. Landscape, that's going to be insane. Landscape shaders that pop out of the... We're going to need a location, splat map UV location on top of, well, matching the 3D location in the game. And the games that we're building is going to be 3D games. You know, some people want to get started with 2D games, but I've been doing 3D games forever. And for those who want to just jump on 2D games, I don't care. You could be an absolute beginner. We'll get started with you and we'll get it done. We're going to be talking about sound physics. There's so many things. And there's little bits and pieces that you learn over the years, but we're going to bring it all together to make beautiful scenes. And you can use what you learned to make your own game. And the biggest problem you're going to have at the end of this is making a story for your game, coming up with what you kind of want your game to do. What's going to be unique about your game. That's going to be the biggest problems you run into, not the ability to make your games. You're going to have the ability to make your games, somebody else's games, no problem. And that's what this is about. That's what this series is about.